Mike Oates.
Yes, sir.
Mike Oates, Estelle Wallace, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So we started in Southern California 16 years ago.
A mission for Michael?
A mission for Michael, yeah. So our founder's son got sober, adult son got sober, and a 93-day sober took his life. And
that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, devastating, right? And even 15 years ago in Southern California, like you could get sober almost anywhere. But mental health outside of a hospital was a little harder to find. And so we started a 6-bed residential for men. That's grown now, and we have 13 adult houses in Southern California, gender specific. Each of them are going to be 6 beds, and we treat everything from major depressive disorder to, suicidality, thought disorders, all of that. And then during the pandemic, we were getting a lot of calls for kids. And so we brought on some of the best people in the adolescent industry and had them build the program that they'd want to send their kids to. And that's how Mission Prep was born.
Wow.
And so Mission Prep, we're dealing with the same acuity. Kids come in different, though. Like, they don't typically have these diagnoses.
You say kids, what are the age groups?
12 to 17. So a lot of times undiagnosed. There's a lot of behaviors. When your frontal lobe isn't developed and you don't feel good, you act out. And sometimes that's self-harm, sometimes that's aggression, but we see all types. And, I think what makes the adolescent program really special is we know that it's going to get messy, and we want it to get messy when they're with us rather than out in the real world. And we want the kid to know that they're the client, right? Because a lot of these kids have been in hospitals, some of them have been arrested, detentions, and none of that feels like I'm being seen or heard. It just feels like punishment.
Yeah.
And so we really want to make sure that they feel safe and can start healing.
That sounds like really impactful work you guys are doing. I love the mission.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you do the work?
Yeah. So I got sober 3.5 years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a long time coming, and as a newly sober man, I decided, I think like most newly sober men, that I wanted to be a therapist. And so I went back to school for psychology, finished my undergrad, and then in AA, bumped into a guy who recruits for AMFM, and I came on not really knowing what I was doing and totally fell in love with the company. And for me, getting to work with families, with moms, with sisters, with dads, brothers, and kind of guide them through what's arguably like one of the hardest experiences of their life, something that no one preps you for. There's no parenting class that teaches you how to navigate levels of care. And so to get to be that guiding hand, it almost feels like a living amends. Because God knows I put my family through hell for 30 years, And so it's just, I get enough of the helping people by being the guiding hand, and where I don't get burnt out, and I can kind of do that on a fairly large scale, it feels like. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, before I let you go, how can people find you?
AMFMhealthcare.com and missionprephealthcare.com.
Great work you're doing out there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for sitting with me.
Yeah, great to meet you.